Hello everyone, welcome to 1.6 multiply by one-digit numbers. The essential question today is how do you multiply one-digit numbers or multiply by one-digit numbers? So the steps are right here. Take a second and pause the video. I want you to write down these steps. It does look a little much, but I promise I will explain it, okay? So those are the steps. I already have them, so take a second and pause, and then we're going to move on. So hopefully you've paused. If you haven't, do that now, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the first word problem. And actually, let me pull that up. All right, example 1. Okay, we have no really any terms or definitions. All we're going to do is go over the examples, and I'm going to go through the steps when we do the examples. So each day, an airline flies 9 planes. Each plane carries 293 passengers. If every plane had a full flight, how many passengers will be flying? So in order to find this out, we have to multiply 293 and 9. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you need to write down that problem, please pause. Okay, but I'm moving on. So the airline flies 9 planes. So that's the first number that I'm going to write down is 9. And each plane has 293 passengers. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 293 times 9. So let's go ahead and go over the steps. First off, when you multiply like this, you got to go from right to left. Okay, so you're going that way. All right? So when you're multiplying, you're going from right to left. And the first step says to multiply this number with the number in the ones place. That's going to be this number right here. Okay? So let's go ahead and multiply 9 times 3. And this is where your multiplication facts come in, ladies and gents, because if you don't know how to multiply or you don't know what 9 times 3 is, you're going to already be lost. So you need to practice your multiplication facts if you don't know them. 9 times 3 is 27. Now, the other part of the first rule is any number that's in the tens place gets carried over. So 27 is our answer. The 7 is in the ones place, and the 20, or 2, gets carried over to the next problem. Now we're going to say, okay, what's 9 times 9? 9 times 9 is 81. So now what you have to do is you have to add whatever was carried over to your answer. So 81 plus 2 is 83. Okay? And that should actually be in your steps. I don't think I put that in your steps, but make sure you put that when you multiply, any number that was carried over is added to that product. Product meaning the answer. Okay? So I'll actually go ahead and put that in. Let's see if I can get that. Okay? Hopefully this works. Alright, cool. There we are. So, any number that was carried over must be added to the product. Okay? And that is the same for when you do it in the third step, okay? Any number that was carried over must be added to the product. Once again, product is the answer that was multiplied. Once you multiply numbers, it's the answer. Okay? So, sorry if you have to rewrite your rules, but go ahead and do that now. Okay? I'll make an announcement to the class that to not rewrite the rules till after we go over the first example. Okay? So, let's get back to it. Hopefully this pops up. There we go. Okay? So, we have to add, 9 times 9 is 81, we have to add that 2. And that gets us 83. 3 goes here, and the 8 is carried over. Now, 9 times 2 is 18. We have to add this 8, all right? And that gets us 26. And since we don't have anything else to carry over, the 2 for 26 goes on this side. So our answer is 2,637. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the second example. I have it already up. If you need to go back and rewrite it, that's fine. The second example is that the airline serves 1,978 meals per day. How many would they serve in a week? Well, hopefully you've figured out that there's 7 days in a week, and that's the number that you're going to multiply it by. So let's go ahead and solve. 1,978 times 7. So we start with this number in the ones place, 8. 7 times 8 is 56. The 6 goes here. The 5 is carried over. And now we multiply 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49, and we have to add the 5 there. So 49 plus 5 is 54. 4 goes there, and the 5 gets carried over. 7 times 9 is 63, plus the 5 makes it 68. The 8 goes here, and you guessed it, the 6 gets carried over. And 7 times 1 is 7, plus 6 is 13. We have nothing else to carry over, so 13 just goes in here. And our final answer is 13,846. Man, that's a mouthful. All right, that's really it for today's lesson. Remember, with the steps, you're going to work from right to left. Okay, you start with the number in the ones place. Make sure you carry over anything that's in the tens, and that gets added to this when you multiply. Okay, and you just continue to work your way to the left. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please ask, and practice your multiplication facts, so that way this becomes second-hand nature to you. It becomes super easy. All right, have a good one.